Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Boothe review. So, back into our Oscar-nominated showcase movie reviews. We are going to be doing Little Women. So, Little Women, it's based off of the book. So it follows four sisters, and it's kind of just each of their tales. So you have Meg, Beth, Jo, and Amy. So the main sister is Jo, and so she's a writer. So back in that time, you kind of had to marry, and they're like, you can't have a job, you're a woman.
This takes place during the Civil War era.
Yeah, so
as the war is happening.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the war there.
Yeah. So it's kind of, I never read the book, so I'm kind of a person that I rather watch a movie than read the book. So I'm not real sure how compared they are, but it looks like the book was about following the Civil War. These sisters were always together, of course, and it goes off about each of their tales. But then the sister Beth, she gets sick, and the illness brings them all back together. So it's kind of, it goes back and forth, but it's kind of an interesting movie. I mean, we both have different interests in it, I can say. For me personally, it was okay. It was a little slow, but Timmy's going to tell you a little bit more about it.
Yeah. We do have different
opinions
on it.
Yeah, way different
that
opinions.
Might surprise you, actually.
Yes.
With Little Women, we have Greta Gerwig, who written and directed this movie. This is her follow-up to 2017's Lady Bird. And
they also star.
Yes, they also star.
Two of the same people in this movie.
Exactly. So you got Saoirse Ronan playing Jo March.
Yep.
Florence Pugh playing Amy March. Who else do we have? We have
Emma Watson.
Of course, Emma Watson. You know,
Hermione,
or for the newer generation, Belle, the new Belle. She's playing Meg March, and then you have Eliza Scanlen, who's playing the sister Beth. And then, of course, you have you have some heavyweights in here. You have Meryl Streep, the legend, is in here. She plays the aunt.
Yep.
And then their mother, the sisters, their mother is played by Laura Dern, who you're going to see in another Oscar-nominated movie this year, who we'll talk about in that one for sure. And then she mentioned another actor from Lady Bird that's in this, Timothée Chalamet, who plays a love interest.
He did very well too, I think.
Yeah. He's up and coming. He's made his mark here.
Yeah.
And recently, and he's about to be the next big thing in Hollywood, for real. And like, for me, this movie actually was really well done.
He really likes it.
I enjoyed the crap out of this movie.
So surprising. It's so surprising.
Yeah.
So we literally just left the theater. Probably got over about an hour ago. So it's still really fresh in our head, and we were having the debate in the car. So it's really, we're like, let's do our review because everything's fresh, and let's do it because this is going to be interesting. So get ready.
I mean, I don't want to say Little Women is just a story for women.
No.
Because it's not. But it's definitely, you would think it would be targeted more for them. But for me, it hit all the right notes. Greta Gerwig, like I said, the director is also the writer. She's at the top of her game here. This is only her second film, and I think it's by far way better than her first, by far. And I know there was some debate on whether or not she should have been nominated for Best Director. I mean, if I had to do it, I would have had her in the 5. I would have took. And I'm not even gonna like mince my words here. I would take out Scorsese. I would take out Martin Scorsese, from The Irishman, and I would have her in. But that's just me.
I would not. I didn't think that it was nomination worthy. I mean, neither was Irishman, but again, we'll get into that. But I don't, because that was literally one of the first things we were like, I was like, I don't think everybody's making an uproar about this with Greta not being nominated. I get it. She shouldn't have been. Shouldn't have been.
I'm glad she did get nominated for writing, though, because I will say one thing that she has done, and this is in Lady Bird as well. Her dialogue writing. Like, to me, the best parts of this movie are when all the sisters are together and they're just going back and forth and they're bantering. And
they're being sisters.
Yeah, they're being sisters.
So if you have sisters,
yeah,
you will
you probably
understand
have
this.
Or even just
completely.
siblings, really. Just siblings, really.
Now, boys won't banter like that. I mean, you just punch each other. But there's no,
it may be different, but for sure, there's some shenanigans going on.
Shenanigans.
And but no, her dialogue rating is tops. Like, I think she's one of the better ones doing that right now.
Yeah.
In Hollywood, which is why she's been nominated twice for original screenplay for Lady Bird and now adapted screenplay, because she adapted this from the book for Little Women. And I just think she's at the top of her game here.
For me, I thought it was all over the place. It was in the present, then it was in the future. I mean, it was in the present, and then it was in the past. And then it was following this sister storyline. Then it was back in the present, and now we're following this sister storyline. And then we go back to a different sister storyline. And then it was literally all over the place, and I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what time it was. I didn't know where anything was happening. I will
agree with you a little bit on that. The beginning, you're kind of like, at first I wasn't sure either. Like, I was kind of finding my way through this movie. Then it finally clicked for me how they were trying to do it. It's not necessarily flashbacks. Like, she's not having, like, the main character you're following is Jo March.
Yeah, she's the main. She's the main actress.
Exactly. And so you're not getting flashbacks from her or memories, but they are just showing the steps to where getting to that point.
Right, yeah.
To where she's currently at. And once you figured that out, for me, I got it right away. And then I was hooked. And once I got
it. It was a lot.
Yeah, I thought it worked for me. I was able to, and I don't think it was too hard to follow. You're right. It was scattered a little bit.
It's very scattered. But like, I need fluidity.
I need
it to flow. It didn't flow. I didn't get it.
And it's funny because when we're talking about the Oscar showcase, we talked in our earlier review about 1917, which is just one take. There's no editing. You're following the entire time. Then you have this one, which is editing from this time to this time, back to this time to this time, with this sister, then this sister, and then I mean, I can understand where confusion could come from.
Yeah.
But I mean, once you figure it out and you pay you can follow it.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not you're enjoying it or not, which is what the difference is for here.
It's middle of the pack for me for Oscar noms, but I mean, the scenes where they were in, of course, like the mansion type well end, those scenery designs,
production design,
they were gorgeous. Costumes,
all that stuff that it's been nominated for, it should have been, honestly.
That was on point. I will give it that. But other than that, I was not feeling it.
Yeah, you weren't. I was
not feeling it. I mean, of course it's going to get me. So again, the sister with the sickness, that got me because I have a sister, and I was just like, it's bringing them all together. So I can totally get that. And of course, there's tears. I'm a very emotional person. But
I didn't have tears, but it
was sad. And again, we didn't watch or read the book, so we had no idea what was going to happen.
Yeah. And we talked about the scatteredness and some of the editing, and I think what you're talking about with the sisters and the sister and the illness, there's an edit that happens in this movie from one thing to the next. That's what got me. And I know I talked about liking single takes and stuff like that, but when you have a great edit, which I thought that was, I mean, you got me right there. Yes. And I really enjoyed this movie. I loved it, actually.
Yeah. He normally now waits for me to say how I feel, because I think he thinks that he wants to know how I think first. Mm-hmm. And I was just like,
well, I'm always interested in different perspectives, and especially with a movie like this, like I said, it's not just for women.
Yeah.
But you could see where it could be just targeted for them. It's mainly a woman's story, which is fine.
Yeah.
But your reaction was different than mine, and obviously I'm not a woman.
Yeah. Obviously.
Right, and we just had different opinions. And mine was liking it more than you did, which I thought was fascinating. But I mean, overall, I loved it. If I have to give a score, and this has to do with everything, editing, the acting, I was all good with it. By the way, the score I was into. The music, for me, worked perfectly with this movie. Some movies have great scores that just don't work for the movie, and this one worked perfectly. And then the acting and directing, I'm giving it an A-.
And I'm over here on Sea Island. I'm giving a big C because I'm surrounded in an island by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So he would like you to see it.
I would definitely. I would say, and this isn't one you have to see in the theater.
No.
Obviously, I would say for a movie like this, it's probably a little bit smaller. It's not necessarily independent, but go see it if you want to support that thing. But if not, you can wait for it to come out on video and DVD and stuff like that. You can just. It's not one of those you have to see in the theater.
I feel like you don't have to watch it. Maybe read the book and then watch it, see if there's any difference, but I don't think you're going to be missing much if you don't watch it.
No.
Okay, guys. Have fun with this review.
Mm-hmm. You can either go here or you can go here.
Or you can be in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You can maybe like it a little bit. But stay tuned. We have 6 more movies to review.
8 more.
8?
No, I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
6.
I was like, I know I'm right.
No, 7. It's 9.
Oh, it's 9, yeah. So we have 7 more videos to make. We have to get on that.
We gotta do math, too. This is why we review and don't do math.
Right. We are not mathematicians. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff. And as always, we thank you and hope you enjoy the videos as much as we enjoy making these videos and the reviews. Thank you for watching the Boothe review. Bye, everybody.